I've been busy doing a lot of painful stuff, and so far the game's been pretty tough. I'm entering arguably the hardest chapter in the game in terms of optimization, which will require salary resets, potentially a couple of mishaps and other stuff. It all depends on how the fight plays out. I expect to have quite a few resets per boss, because I've never been really that prepared for anything, so yeah. I'll kind of just go with whatever for the first half, and if things go wrong, we'll just use our other stuff to heal. In case you haven't already noticed, Cloud has become the Magnify healer for this battle, while Baron has essentially become the tank. It's kind of confusing, but hey, it works nonetheless. So we should go in as fast as we can, I guess. Most of the game so far has been, in this chapter, just spamming triple slash and praying. I've been doing that for a while, but yeah. This may get this is definitely a fight, but I forgot what it actually is. This is a very weird fight too. You go in to activate the action, and then suddenly the door closes, and then you get trapped back in here with I think you have to hit his face, because stay away from that. That's a volley. Time to move out of the way. Or dodge out of the way, rather. Yeah, this one in particular, I'm probably not going to get to the full restoration. Oh, I see now. So, because of the abilities I have from previous encounters, Swordipede, or whatever its big attack power is, apparently it gives you a menu for this. Oh, that's why. It switches over. I guess that's a good reason to have it. Well, screw it. We're gonna go straight for this. Okay, never mind. Oh wow, so it actually gives you two options now when it resets, which I think is really interesting. Just as I thought, it switches between the girls. I completely forgot about that too. I almost always forget about these STEM bosses and stuff. In fact, like I said, I forgot this optional encounter was even a thing. It like just pops out of nowhere, and suddenly it switches between the specific buttons. Hellblade is a dodge. Livewire is run away. Barrett's being an idiot and standing right by where he would normally evade the attack. Being completely useless as always. Sorapede is actually probably one of the easier bosses to get down to 50% health. It just seemed to be taking a lot of damage thanks to all the strategies we've done before. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Cloud. Avoid these. Play the dodging game. Up and down. Barrett got hit by one, but that's okay. And straight to the first phase. Okay, so we're gonna have to bend use time. Okay. Even if we had a chance to do stuff, Tifa and Al or whatever, Tifa and Aerith hardly even had any materia on last time, so they died really quickly anyways. Alright, Barrett, you give the prayer materia to Aerith, or it could be useful for Tifa too, but... And we'll steal Barrett's elemental fire, I guess, and hope for the best. Actually, come to think of it, I think I'm gonna probably avoid this guy's other attack. I think that'll probably be better, since he's clearly a lightning elemental character. We'll just do this instead. Where's her healing? No. Alright, healing on both armor should help with the second part, I think. Big sacrifice in terms of actual good stuff, but it's better than nothing. Magic up. Fortunately, I can't actually use time and like revival stuff, so I'm gonna have to get rid of one of those for some of the other stuff that I'm trying to equip. Should I do this or not? I honestly don't know. Okay, well, I need HP up and MP up, so we'll put those on first. Took one for Cloud so Barrett. That might not be a good idea, but is what it is. Okay, her stats look correct. As for magic, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to leave that where it is because I have a new safety to go in and play that I just had to relearn. Well, actually, it'll be perfectly fine. It's not gonna be a take, though. We're gonna have a revival, obviously. I actually removed it from one of the other characters, so we're gonna put that on. Make sure both characters still have revival, but we're going to place this with lightning and steal Cloud's element materia this time. Yep, I've actually taken the liberty of taking both of them, as it seems like a lot of this guy's attacks, while they might not necessarily do damage in fire, and there will still be some attacks that do some damage, he tends to use elemental lightning attacks a ton, so having this on the armor will probably help with the survivability of especially the girls. If I'm correct, that is. Alright. Now let's see if their stats look correct. Okay, so the limit obviously didn't work. That got interrupted by an attack immediately, and she didn't even get a chance to use that. So hopefully this next phase will go a lot better. Alright, and now the battle resumes. I'm gonna go straight to Aerith here. Okay, so that's the same attack as before. Just run away and hope for the best. Yeah, I was correct. So Live Wire now restores our HP instead of knocking us out. But the other attacks still do damage. So we still have to be careful. Energy volley we can tank. Don't know why I went for that. Okay, that actually does still do damage. That's its one thing that's remained intentional to this point, unfortunately. And I really want to heal Tifa with the AoE ability. Yeah. But anyway, I'm definitely spending some mana for this. Right, obviously. It'd be silly not to. That's a edge of attack that we have to evade. Speaking of which, Tifa's not evading it properly. Okay, Scorpion finally got pressured, so let's use Dolphin Fury right now instead. Nope. So this is a bad one, so we need to evade it just as we would normally. Ooh, this one's a little bit easier to evade. Just head to the upper and right to evade it. Looks like Aerith didn't get hit by that, so that's good. Narakira, our way. Redfurty is helping us, but he's not really being that useful because of the fact that he can't really do stuff. Only Aerith's basic attacks can really do any damage. What is that on? In. Out. Out. Up. I ran right into that. Out. Okay, he's finally out of that. Okay, you are not gonna do anything. Carbuncle for the haste. And healing. Carbuncle's kind of busted in some of these fights when you can use spades. Now we just follow it backwards. This is actually much easier than the second energy volley to evade because of the extra fact that it's not as annoying. For the second part, we'll wait for Diamond Dazzle to go off. It looks like he offsetted us, which is nice. For some other potential attacks. Okay, the way you do this is you look for the left or right and see if he's going on either the inner or outer section. Fortunately, where he actually goes in that area is completely random. Oh, thank gosh. Oh, that was terrifying. Well, that's a boss and a half. That is definitely a boss and a half. We used a little bit of mana, but I think that's fine. It's pretty much to be expected. Like, who else would not expect this? Still on Tifa and Aerith's party, so we're gonna just follow this way. I need to set Tyria back to normal for double party. So the way I do this normally is 4 HP up split between the characters. So let's do that. So we're gonna take B's HP material again. I say that for sure because I really need Barrett, but is what it is. Eric's gonna remain with the prayer material on as well as the healing magnify, but we're going to take elemental lightning off and switch it over to cloud. Not sure what the actual thing is going to be good for, so we're gonna switch back to elemental fire at first. And if something happens in the next fight, we'll just reset it, just like we always do. I've reset a couple of fights like this where I reset if something doesn't go right. HP up, luck up, and first strike is good for him. As for Cloud, he doesn't need anything else extra right now, but keep in mind a couple of things are probably missing. What about the stats? The stats look just fine. I think it's pretty much where I want them to be. So, I guess the next thing we could do is add materia extra slots to fill in the remaining slots. So make sure we have revival on everyone, prayer on one person in particular, and then I guess time on the other two. And then just random red materia again to do stuff with. So that means we could actually put offensive magic on here with an HP absorb attached to it, potentially. Or MP absorb to have some fun. In fact, maybe having that would be a good idea for one specific character, but not necessarily for all of them. As for the others, if nothing else could be done, we'll simply fill the second one with MP up materials to play safe, but Cloud is probably going to want something better than that, and Stagger might also be better, so I'm going to put Auto Cure on you and ATB Stagger on him. I've never put these abilities up in a while, but I'm sure Cloud can make better use of that than Aerith, or actually, maybe Aerith would be better for that just because of her magic, but could ATB Stagger probably works better actually. It's been a while since we saved, so let's go ahead and save straight away and try and get through this encounter. So that's where the fourth one was actually available. And the bosses actually not fought in a row. There's actually a different Phoenix that's fought. It's after Genova, I think, that fights off. Yeah, the Swordipede is the one that I forgot about, in case you're wondering. I completely forgot that Swordipede was actually a boss encounter. That is definitely a crazy thing.
さっきのエレベーターの気がかりがあるなら今のうちにな。問題ない。行こう。
Yep, this is the boss chain, and so it begins. If having auto cure might not be the best, but since auto cure doesn't use your MP, I guess it's better than nothing. Probably should have had that on Cloud to begin with for obvious reasons. I'm gonna switch it on to him probably when Bluefish starts. Having that on him in particular would be a good idea, so he drops down to low health, he instantly heals. Unless he gets overkilled, but hopefully that won't happen. That's if he has the mana to even cast Cure. So I think that actually will only work on like Aerith being on the side.
待て、何か聞こえる。
Now, I may want to heal from that rough battle from there. Aerith's the only one that lost MP, and she still has quite a bit of it. And there's still other MP refresh. I think I'm actually good for most of the chapters, assuming I don't play badly to the fights, though. Arsenal could have a couple of resets, and a couple of other stuff can happen. Especially considering in Arsenal you're intended to use magic again. Of course, we're probably going to use the weakest magic in that case, even though it doesn't do much damage, it's safer to use. Finally. That took a long time to start a silly cutscene. This is the same place where Genova's fought, so we're gonna have to face him, I bet. I forget what Genova actually does, so if I fail this right, then I'll check what... Oh, here she is. I think that's Sop or Silence or whatever. Of course Aerith gets hit by Stop because he's hitting it again. Well, so far it's pretty simple. I'm gonna save the limit for at the very end, probably. Oh, comes Fate Attack. Of course, Cloud gets hit straight by it. But could you not get hit by this, please? Now he's behind the pillar here. Nice. I'm glad I could do that, otherwise Fates will get crazy. Playing the heal game for a moment, just using Prey to do some good stuff. Oh, now we have to keep going. And Cloud gets stopped, of course. Okay. And immediately grabbed, but we crippled the tentacles, so that freed him. Phase 2. Not quick enough, obviously. That's a stop. Yes, so that black thing that's following you, that stops you. So we need to make Aerith run like crazy here. And there's another one. Why is there two of them? I don't know. Okay, so this is starting to get a little bit crazy. I think I switched it to aggressive mode a little too early, but I can still make it work. Let's Kira and then face straight away. That's a stop field again. Why does it have to spawn right in the middle of stuff? I don't know, but it is what it is. Oh, barely dodged that. Alright, I remember. This is a battle where you perform a lot of dodges, and I actually performed really well because I evaded all the stops and dodges, but of course Tifa is still being an idiot. Okay. Star Shower, dive kick. Another stop, field. I was in a pretty bad spot for that, to be fair. Aerith has enough for prey. Let's go ahead and do that. That also saps your MP. What? Okay, well, you definitely need to be careful of that. Yeah, this dude, for some reason, sacrifices your MP a little bit. Resolution and a protect spell all of a sudden. Either protect or something else. Either way, we have to fall off. All while... I forgot to heal on him for some reason. Huh. That's not good. That's gonna reduce the amount of cures I can use. Of course, Aerith, one of the best ones, of course, had said. At least before he had stopped fainting. God almost certainly got stopped there, but somehow managed to pull through. So every time Tifa gets hit by that little shot, she straight losing MP by the millisecond. This is a very long fight, by the way. There's no good way of doing damage other than triple sash, star shower, and a couple of other items. That's a purple lung again. I rolled around on it rather a little bit quicker though. This is third phase. So he can't be defeated until all the tentacles are gone, in case you're wondering. Darn it, it was too late to stagger him, and now he's into a second phase. So yes, I remember exactly how this fight works. You have to just kill all the tentacles and things get a little bit crazy. I think the first of it is probably actually better for the second phase, but oh well. We're gonna attack him the moment he gets down with stuff. I'm gonna save the last one for later. Or do that, I guess. There we go. Quiet 2's the one that silences you, obviously. Ow! That one looks awful. Oh, I just went right into that. Thankfully, looks like the game doesn't actually end when stop hits all characters. That's probably because it's time-based. The original games, stop would actually last forever, so if everyone got stopped, it would just instantly end the game there. But thankfully, because this is FF7 Remake, we can continue going. I would go more aggressive with my haste, probably on Arsenal. That's probably the main reason why I haven't really been using haste that much. Get rid of the tentacles. Emerald right. There we go. All right. Time for one of the more obnoxious battles in the game. You went through all of that, trying to do other stuffs, and then you come face to face with one of the most annoying attack sections. Ladies and gentlemen, Rufus the Battle. Oh, this guy is just really annoying. It does lots of annoying stuff. Well, where to start? Obviously, you fight it by yourself, which is not fun. Second, he is really obnoxious and does lots of attacks with our stuff. And second, he has a minion. The only way to viably dodge him is to dodge his attacks and does other stuff. Once again, we are going to be spamming the heck out of counter stats. This fight, more than ever, we definitely want to get right first time without healing. I'm not sure if I should switch off of that chocobo or do something else. I'm gonna keep it for the first strength, but I don't know what I'll use yet. It might be different. I'm gonna do this without haste as well, so my speed's gonna be down by quite a bit, but oh well. I'll get more ATB back though when it's staggering an enemy, and that's probably actually better than anything else I could do. So yeah, it looks like I did start this stream at the correct time, so far it's just been boss rush after boss rush after boss rush, and silly Cloud didn't even use any MP, because I did most of the healing with Aerith there. And I think I actually still have a decent chunk, because with Aerith I still have the Soul Drain ability, so I could use that to steal MP from our characters. So that means I'd still technically have unlimited MP if I attack enough. But in terms of healing, the thing gets a little bit crazy. And I'm also doing this without Prey, because screw it, Cloud's gonna have to use some MP anyway. May as well make it work. I think this is Cloud's last battle of the chapter anyway, so we're just gonna use his MP to heal as much as we can. And I may actually replace one of those with haste. I'm still not knowing. In fact, wait. I can't revive anyway. We'll replace revival with haste instead. And just haste the start of the battle. So we'll go extremely aggressive in this one to have some fun. You actually don't need a maxed one to use haste, so I'll just use whatever. And here we go. Into the Rufus fight we go. In the previous battle, Arsenal was fought first. But, because of the original chain, Rufus is actually fought first now. And there's 2 healing spots before him, for some strange reason. I'll just save in my save spot then, so I don't have to walk as far. Yeah. And from the looks of it, I've been at this game for almost an hour or so. Thankfully, there's no more mob battles left in the game, that's for sure. It's literally just the boss rush from here on out, so I'm actually almost done. I'm glad I started it this way. This starts with nothing at first, then you walk towards the character, and then Cloud, of course, tells his friends to run away. And that's when the fight begins. Rufus himself is probably actually not that difficult to dodge. In fact, with the elemental lightning, it'll actually be probably the easiest of the fights. Obviously, we're going for this dude first, because he's the most obnoxious right now. But we also have to be careful of... because that's a little bit annoying. Oh, jeez. Keep going in. And Dark Star Part 1 is already taken care of. Nice. Okay, so that was actually pretty easy first phase there. Rufus can't obviously be damaged by anything, so... we have to go for Dark Star first, as he's the much easier and considerably easier target to take down. You can pressure him by just spamming Triple Strike, which is what I'm doing. And if Rufus is close enough, you'll actually hit him as well. I think I learned this strategy from someone else, but it's a really nice and consistent strategy, and since the Triple Strike actually hits him, it's really nice. Once Dark Star is defeated, this is where the fight actually becomes interesting. Now it changes up quite a bit. Counter stance, haste time is when things go interesting. This is the same music as the Pride and Joy prototype battle, by the way. Fortunately, this is where he also becomes really annoying. Alright, I'm gonna obviously start with haste now. I waited long enough. I actually completely forgot to equip the Gutterog, so... I don't actually probably need it for this fight. Rufus is generally not... yeah. Fortunately, there's not much you can do to build up stuff, except wait for him to attack, evade his attacks, and then pressure him until counter stance pops up. So we'll try it against this. Nope. Wow, he just... and after all of that, he doesn't do quite as much damage as I was expected. I was actually expecting him to do more like the 49s, but seriously, he is... even on hard, he doesn't seem like that much, actually. Fortunately, there's not much you could do to actually hit him in terms of X. Isn't that lightning? Oh no, that's just a fan. I thought it would be immune to it actually, come to think of it. This will take a little while to remember how the fight actually goes. This is still one of the coolest fights in the game. I'm glad I was able to do that. Triple Slash seems to be doing more damage than anything else. The fact that he darts across the room as well doesn't make it easy. His Rio moves also insanely quick, so it's like I hardly even have a chance to do stuff. What is it? Dodge attacks and pray? I honestly don't know. Okay, there we go. That sort of worked. He took up a full cobble to his face. He took a full cobble straight to his face now. Unfortunately, I don't really see any other way to win this other than actually counter statsied, so we need to hope that he gives us the right moves. What are you gonna do? His moves are super fast. Like, before he could even get my counter stats ready, he's already doing his thing. Jeez Louise, he's super fast. And Elemental Under is not working out at all. Look at that, he's even protecting himself with a laser barrier. As you can see, this fight is not necessarily the easiest. Especially because half of the time he just does that. Looks like counter stance doesn't look really well in this fight after all. And I need to make sure I heal before I do anything else. Yeah, I know. To be fair, if I knew how this fight worked more, it'd be probably a little bit easier. This is only my second time doing it, so I'm not very familiar with it, to be fair. I'm gonna lure him in and then just limit and see what happens. That got me a stagger at least, okay. That counter is not my favorite there. Well, triple slash is like the slowest way to defeat him. He takes like 1 damage at a time, but at least it could be worked around. I'm gonna try and go for the kill now. Don't really get a good chance to hit him when he rerolls, so. Okay, got him with triple slash. That's probably actually the best way to defeat him. But I could be wrong. That's not actually as bad as I thought, though, simply because of the fact that I had plenty of mana, so it's pretty safe overall. And Cloud doesn't enter the next spell anyway, so it is actually Cloud's last spell, which is nice. This next one on the other hand, oh, speaking of which, this comes literally right after the next spell comes out, so I need to make sure that I should get a menu first. And straight into Arsenal. Arsenal. You know what? If I have an extra space, I'll actually do stuff. Oh, I forgot. This is a dual fight with exclusively Aerith and... Thankfully, Aerith still has her Magnify healing ready with all the magic power. This is probably actually the honest to goodness, the hardest fight here, probably, because of painfulness on other stuff. So I'm gonna go aggressive again, even though I probably won't like it. Elemental Lightning will be put on weapon this time for more damage on Barrett. And he might actually steal a couple of luck ups. Revival, healing. Oh, yeah. I don't have healing on this character, so I need to remember to do that. Cloud. There's only like 3, so I need to be careful to make sure I actually swap them around. HP up, magic up, MP up's still good. Honestly, Barrett's gonna probably want the Time Materia more than anything else. We'll get rid of Clouds. HP, Lightning, Magic up. We'll share the Magic ups between both characters, I guess. Yeah, sure, we'll leave that on along with Prey and dude, this music yucks, by the way. Walking, we're gonna switch Carbuncle onto Barrett probably and leave Aerith with Bahamut if I didn't already set that up, so okay. This is probably actually the harder fight since it comes in chain with the other battle. And definitely has a couple of problems with it. Because if you didn't get good mana before, you may have to reset several times, depending on your bad luck and whatnot. Oh, I need luck up. Jeez, what am I doing? I need to find luck up. There's the second luck up. I've almost never equipped it on anyone. I think Barrett might be better to equip on it. Well, actually, wait, no! I said he could, like, have, like, access. I'm gonna give him access. Oh, wait, no, he needs First Strike. Frick, I completely forgot about First Strike. Always forgetting First Strike. I'm not gonna actually want that on Aerith, though, because she's more interested in our stuff. Never mind. We'll do First Strike on both of you. First Strike. Barrett's the most important one to have this on. First Strike. Oh man, this is taking a while to set up. which you don't have a lightning materia, so you're gonna get the new one. Let's switch that out and get Carbuncle onto you instead, which will be much more important. And Aerith with Bahamut for the extra magic power. We might actually summon Bahamut instead and go for aggression, since we can't actually use magic on here. Aerith, you need magic as well. I completely forgot to do that. Maybe Pro will still be nice as backup. Elemental Lightning. Screw it, Barret will do the timing. You will have Lightning as well, but not necessarily gonna be the best. I think it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll just have time on instead. Okay, go. Got some Fury on B and Ray of Judgment on A. Laser. Too late. Don't fake the laser cannon. Aerith, use magic on the drone instead. Okay, I got haste on both of them. I'm gonna try and use tricks where when he uses his attacks to try and obliterate Barret and whatnot with Blazer. I think it's probably safest to just switch characters so that I can keep on having players attack every few turns. So whenever Aerith gets attacked, I switch. And then when focus shot on Arsenal directly. Final phase. Oh! I'm gonna be too slow. Oh gosh. Thank goodness we defeated him, by the way. Ooh, good. I'm gonna take a break for just a minute. Not necessarily doing our stuff, just watching a cutscene that I haven't seen in a while. Because eventually we're going to be on to the final 2 fights of the game. And it's going to be incredibly so, because we can't use Elemental on anything, and we can't use Attack on anything, really. In fact, I might actually put Access on Cloud for a simple reason of just getting Sephiroth's IDs, just so that I could figure out does. I'll probably wait for a Thundering Attack to do it, just to make sure I get it straight away. That way I know exactly what to do on him. It'll waste one Eteria spot, but oh well. Other than that, I pretty much know what to do with Sephiroth. During Phase 1, 2, and 3, you want to spam counter stats all the time. It's a little bit trickier, though, because he likes to use Scintilla as well, which is his version of counter stats, which you simply have to do nothing to. And yes, Chapter 17 has been completed, so only 1 chapter remains. And that is will be done. Sad that this can't be posted on a couple of our stuff, but I might actually, I think I'm gonna probably post this on my YouTube. It's gonna be kind of easy and unexpected, but I may as well do that.
アバランチスラムの花売り実験サンプル他の奴らはどうしたさあなまあいいどうせ袋のネズミだ古代種の女は捕らえるあとは殺しても構わん
エアリスあんたはマリンを守ってくれた今度は俺があんたを守る番だ
待って
Remember this? Alright. I just wanted to watch that because I haven't seen that in a while. So this will technically be my second finale, this time actually being legit, but without the cutscenes this time. And there we go, Chapter 17 complete. Hard. This is actually probably the simplest chapter to do of the endgame chapters, because of a specific trick, which I'm going to show you right now. Just a fair warning, I'm not going to be showing all of the cutscenes anymore. I'm only going to show the ending, just for time's sake and purpose sake. So, everything else will be skipped. And speaking of which, so we can skip this part with a deep trick I call skip the bike minigame. This just unlocks after you've beaten the game once. I have a full video on my stream, or VOD, of me actually taking them out, if you want to see that. And this is pretty much it. There's what, like 2 we get at the end? But otherwise, that's it. This one's kind of confusing as well, since we do have to use 4 characters simultaneously, so I don't really know what to do here. Normally I like split the HP up, or do some other things, but for Cloud, I don't know really now. Because I kind of want to keep his HP up materials both on. Okay, so for Cloud, we're gonna remove ATB Stagger, and obviously whatever that dumb thing was for the first part. And we're gonna do, Elemental Lightning but on armor, just because Elemental Lightning seems to help more than anything else. Tifa with Elemental Lightning on armor as well. Aerith with no damage whatsoever in terms of spells, so if I were to pick one, I'm gonna go with the cheapest one, which is Fire. We'll start with Carbuncle on Barret for safety, and then we'll switch it out. Cloud's gonna keep the Fat Chick on, because that, of course, increases strength. And this time we are going to actually put the proper thing on, so healing from B, or Barret, onto Cloud, and Revival as well. We can actually use whatever Revival we want. This time we're going to use all 4 split between the characters this time. Make sure we're not double reviving. Cloud would just MP up. And he more than anyone else is going to need the first strike, and then this is where feeds are going to probably change up a little bit. Personally, I'm going to actually probably change my gear a little bit, because I do want to have a little bit of strategy going in the initial stuff. Tifa will start with the Gundurug, but I think I'm going to be safer using it with Cloud, simply because of the fact that when I do stuff, I want to do things really quick. So I think what I'm going to do for the Sephiroth fight is when he initially opens, I'm going to instantly attack him and just try to destroy him as fast as possible. Now, I need to check to see if we have 4 HP up materials. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Tifa, you're going to take one of those, since that'll be more useful on you than anyone else. And it's going to be one of the time users, so make sure that is set up. Okay, so Cloud, Elemental Lightning on weapon, just because I don't really know what to do. I'm going to do the same thing for Sephiroth, which means I will completely resist one of his spells. Though he's probably going to use it in that case, they'll just remove the chances of him actually using it, since he's probably not going to fall for that trick. And I guess I'll replace Cloud's time with something else when Sephiroth initially starts. Oh, and this is where things are probably going to change up. I'm probably going to be better off switching the Privateer onto Cloud, but initially I'm not going to worry too much. These fights actually don't do a lot of damage, but they can definitely be dangerous if you're not careful. So once again, I'm going to have Cloud and Tifa with First Strike, and Tifa with the limits, but I'm going to change that for Cloud having the biggest actually later once the final battle starts. For you, Aerith, I could actually use her with the other stuff, but a simple magic up will do the trick here. And I think the rest of the stuff will just be split between the other characters. So Aerith will once again have the 2 magic up materias. And Barret, I'm gonna do our best to keep up with by not using revival time or any more than like the 3-rank healing, so because that's actually useless, I'm gonna keep the revival on and then just chuck them with a bunch of purples and hope for the best. Maybe second prayer, maybe ATB boost. Yeah, we'll do ATB boost with Barret, I guess. And then just randomly chuck up materia onto him. He'll be like our material sandbag holder. Fortunately, he didn't actually get an extra HP up, so we won't be able to use that. But, oh, it's not too soon to buy one, I guess. I completely forgot about this. Ah, yeah, nice. I'm gonna want to get that for sure, because I completely forgot to do that the last time. So I guess Barret, in terms of the gears, just gonna be straight out offense. So if he dies, he dies. The rest of the gears gonna be set up more properly, because I believe the girls come into the Sephiroth battle, last I check. And then I guess the next thing to do is final weapon upgrades. Alright, so let's actually set Barret full of HP materials that we wouldn't really be used for fights. So let's find our new HP ups. Equip 1, equip 2. Just to make him into like some sort of tank. So HP up. MP up. What else? ATB stagger, because why not? Auto Cure is kind of useless, but wait. I might just put it on him. I was thinking either ATB stagger or Auto Cure. I'm going to go with Auto Cure. Or, no. No, I'm going to go full Grassrin. ATB stagger is... That'll get him some items, and then we'll get him the fire materia and just have him spam it over and over again. Except, though, that probably won't work. So, how about I put access on him instead? That could work. I don't know. No, I specifically said I would have it for other stuff. So yeah, Barret's kind of useless in this battle, so we're kind of just putting on whatever. And see how they have 2. So we'll put fire onto you instead. We'll probably blow all this mana on fire, since he's not going to use in healing. Last safety heal. And then skip the cutscene to save at the end of the game. There we go. Now everything should be set up. Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith are going to be the main characters being used here. Barret is kind of there just to be in the way. So I threw on some HP materials to try and keep them battable, but other than that, nothing really else to do. So this will be a lot quicker now, because that's a thing. I think there's 2 cutscenes before we go. And a one loading screen as well. I'm not too oddly worried about the first battle, because triple select and counter stats can easily abuse it. Probably a lot more than the other fights, but I'm a little worried about what will happen if I actually die to Sephiroth. Okay. And the final battle begins. The first part of both battles is probably the scariest for me, simply because Cloud starts the battle on his own, so you have to rely on triple slash and whatnot to do stuff. Thankfully with triple slash it's actually pretty easy. I'm gonna keep Cloud with his limit just so that we can get through stuff. Alright. Obviously I'm gonna try and go as fast as I can here. I believe when the fight almost gets close to ending, it switches from Cloud, Tifa, and whatnot to Bear, Aerith, to Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith at the end, as well as at the final end. But if it doesn't, then again, Barrett will probably just be mostly there for damage. So the big problem here is not necessarily these guys, but their big boy, Whisper Bahamut, who will deal 999 damage to stuff with limit if things go through. And they immediately start by attacking anyway. I forget what we actually have to do here, but as far as I know, I'm just gonna go aggressive and hope for the best. So yeah, Tifa, you're gonna start with Akira right now. Okay, now the first part is gone. The MP will not be recovered for the Sephiroth battle, so I'm gonna start by using Tifa Zeta first. Yeah. This battle's really a lot, by the way. Not gonna lie. The only real big change I'm gonna make to the Sephiroth battle is switching the limit around. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Already having to heal with Tifa. Oh, jeez. Wrong button. Kira. It's Cloud. That's a fire spell. We can't block that, so we'll just evade it instead. There's Fury. We're just gonna focus on the fire dude, or whatever his name is, Whisper Rubrum. You want to save your first limits or whatever they are, because... otherwise, things are gonna happen. Timed that just perfectly. This counter stats actually works a lot better. What are you doing? Flurry, double hit, and kind of stance. This is actually going pretty well so far. Yeah. So we're starting with Tifa's MP here. The phases have been pretty quick so far, thankfully. Thanks to counter stats. That's actually really good when defeating the Whisper Rubrum opponent, so I guess I'll just focus on him. Too early. Oh, that's a dodge. Perfect dodge, by the way. That was really nice. Of course, I get hit by the secondary part. That doesn't matter. Tifa, we're gonna switch to Kifa to gear up here. Take this on purpose so that I can heal Barret. Oh, that's a fire. You have to dodge it. Ah, didn't dodge it. Dang it. Barret, you're just gonna use Maximum Fury. And I got blown into the air, guys. This is gonna stay like this probably for a while until we switch to Era. Yeah. Not fun battle because of that. I'll probably sacrifice all of Tifa's MP here. That probably deserves a Kiraga to at least Cloud, so we'll use Kiraga followed by Kira and try to use FF7 Phoenix. And we'll leave Tifa. This is actually pretty easy so far, but I could be wrong. Because Whisper Bahamut is up next. They do something else, you defeat like 3 of them, and then before you could defeat the trio at the same time, they fuse into Whisper Bahamut. The best way of dealing with that is to just limit straight away as soon as he spawns and kill him. Because that's what you do for Whisper Bahamut. Hopefully we could actually hit him with them. That's the good part. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's the lightning one. I forgot about that. So he's just gonna heal me whenever he attacks. Hey, Floridi. Why don't you attack me right here? Yeah, you can easily see how busted the first one is. And that stupid correction again. I'm gonna go for you first. Not timing these really good. Oh, here he goes. It'd be easier if we defeat him right now. So you use that on message here. Triple slash to get back in there. Nice job, Red! Being useful for once. Using Stardust right there. Again, healing me. Thank you very much. Just for healing. Okay, there we go. One of them's down. That makes it a lot easier. Eric's, for some reason, Barrett's not taking any damage because I've been kind of just doing this fight with Kyle the entire time. Yeah, I think picking Lightning was a good idea because Lightning's kind of obnoxious, and I was right. You use Maximum Fury. Probably should have used healing on him, but it's better than nothing. Okay. So this is like almost the last phase now. This is a very odd fight, by the way. Let's try not to start it back from the beginning. Definitely not. Let's definitely try and avoid that. This can't be our future.
Takai. このままだとキリがねえぞ。
二手に分かれよう。本体と同時に叩く。
んじゃ、俺はデカブツだな。
Good, alright. Barret is now out of the party for the rest of this fight, at least.
お前の相手は俺だ。
Look, bring it on, buddy. What do you got me? Oh, where's the red from? Obviously... And counter stance again on... Move. Yeah, that was a good time. Oh, and here he goes. It's Whisper Bobbit time. This one you just want to take out as fast as possible. Right? Screw it, we need to go right away. And switch to Era for extra damage. Whoops. Tifa, limit. Right now, on Bahamut. Air help out with Ray. Wow! Nice! That was like 50% of his HP gone right now, and I could finish him off with a chill sash. There we go. The supposedly hardest part of the fight, done. When they're by themselves, it's much easier, usually, if I learn to play good. Who am I gonna go for first? You, probably. Counter stance against Mukram. Aerith set up for a heal. Big bomb. Tifa used Star Shower on Kokio in the back, and wait for that. Yeah, I think Cloud is definitely the best character to do this with. Kokio first. Okay, be gone. Be gone, they just said. That's right, buddy. counter stance spam. Nice timing on the cure, by the way, unless they're also in zero. Oh, but he still got it off, thankfully. I forgot Tifa still had Ifrit. Whoops. That might be bad. Whoops. I forgot who had Carbuncle, and that was actually... Guess we're switching over. Oh, this extra limit isn't needed, so we'll just burn it right now to take him out. Nice. So far, the Tifa's used up MP, which is nice. That's what I said I would do, and I did that. There we go. That Crocchio should be left. He's not immune to wind, so we could actually start using Ifrit stuff on him. But Aerith, you're just gonna probably Ray him instead, and you're gonna use counter stance. Nice hit on that beam, by the way. That did massive damage. Went the wrong way, but thankfully it's okay. Okay, good. It's kind of interesting. Instead of fire, ice, lightning, and arrow, it's fire, lightning, and arrow. You'd think the Vubrum one would be ice, but it's actually lightning. I mean, no, that's Verdi. The one that looks like white Boo. Ooh, this is actually good timing on Ifrit. Now we get to actually see him use his big ability. You attack. And see, look at that. Nice and convenient. Hellfire goes off literally right as the dude comes down. Right as he comes down. Which dealt about 2,000 of his HP right there. And there, if you're gonna raid. Nice finish there with the ray there, finishing him off. Alright, skip the cutscene, hold down square, and Sephiroth time. This is probably actually the harder battle here. Everyone gets healed, by the way, at the start of this battle. Unfortunately, Cloud isn't necessarily one of those right away. Okay, we should do weapon upgrades right now. It's kind of a silly time to do it, but we'll do last-minute weapon upgrades right now. With the thing going off as well. This is a good one. Well, actually, I probably don't need anything else. The others are not gonna work really well. Alright, materia, equipment. Let's actually go for some equipment changes. And I'm gonna go straight into a yellow attack, but not necessarily a yellow attack. I'm gonna wait for him to use... Okay, so... You're gonna have Nightrog, Supreme Bracer, and Iron Blade, because that's what I like better. And I don't actually need to change anything. I was thinking of getting access, but... time is probably safer. I don't actually need access to beat Sephiroth anyway. If I thought of that before, though, I would have definitely changed it. Okay, Aerith's definitely gonna be in the fight, so we'll swap Tifa and switch Cactuar. And since nothing that I have is really gonna do much damage, so do that just to make sure the Ifrit problem doesn't happen again. Simple fact. Again, Barrett's just gonna be stuffed with materia again. Only this time, I'm gonna be very aggressive and use like all of our MP and stuff. And do I have fire? Yes. I think I'm gonna use fire during the final phase, but have elemental lightning on the armor just in case. I will burn it all on the final phase in an attempt to take him out specifically with fire. Hope for the best. Or I could just summon there. In fact, I'm probably not going to even summon Carbuncle. I'm going to summon Bahamut. Let's go for that. Okay, let's see who's has what. I completely forgot about this healing card that being in the wrong person. No, you're not going to have that. You're going to have the second champion spell. You're gonna have the healing card instead. Okay. Does he have that equipped? Okay, good. Let's just go now. Oh, he starts with fire right away. Nice, I get a free of it. Let's go. Go for it. And we got him staggered right away. That's probably actually the best strategy I could have hoped for early on. Oh! Gosh, he's got in. Oh, so Telluric Fury's the one you want to see, because you can counter that easy with counter stats. Scintilla's the one you don't want to see, because you essentially have to just run away and wait. I think doing this will probably actually be better. Ow. It's not a good start to the second race. Well, I still have Kirga off, so let's see if we could get this off before he does anything else. Okay, screw it. We're gonna burn another element here. And now phase 1 is over with. This final one will probably try and save for when he goes into the final phase. So when he summons the meteor, we're gonna use our limit there with Cloud for sure, and maybe use Fire Gust spam with it. Gosh dang. And another spell. Can't actually dodge that, wow. So good luck doing stuff. And he's super fast, too. Run away from that. Okay, straight for Kira. And then follow that up with Regen if you can help it. So yeah, Toilet Fury is the one you can see because you can counter stance it really easily. The other ones are a little bit more difficult. Fire Guy, you can actually directly assault him if you want to have some fun, but probably not the best. Oh, okay. Let's do counter stance right in the middle of this. Perfect timing. Oh, look at that. Trying to do stuff on me. Ah, too late for that one. And a Blizz. I can't really get any dodges here, that's annoying. Fade. Yeah, Aerith is probably not gonna do much except to heal at the beginning. Ah! Boundless Void again. Run! That was perfectly timed! But then he immediately got me afterwards. Oh gosh, what is that move? Never heard of that one. Well... Okay. Oh, that's his Fadetta cell! Too early. He added an extra shot to it as well. That magic is super hard to dodge. It's kind of almost unfair to say the least. Oops. Well, I switched at the right time. Bud's about to get hit now. Nice, he's actually doing what I want him to do now. I've been waiting for it till Fury boy. Come over here, I'll put you out of my misery. Oh, that's phase 3, I think. Phase 2 done. Yeah, I know it's phase 3 because that's when... Also, Cloud should probably not be using anything other than cutter stats right now. Let's go. He has infused his attacks with fire. Not the best. If I could get lightning infusion, then all of his attacks would actually absorb, but unfortunately, I did not get it. Okay, rating. Oh wow, straight into, wow, that's really quick too. Most of his moves are very quick. Let's just do this and hope for something. Got it. That was lucky. Did not expect to actually go for that. Yeah, Sephiroth, it's best just to chill and counter stats. And counter stats is the name of the game. Assuming he goes for attacks, you just do this. And then your friends do all the healing for you. It seems like you could use them, but only for some specific spots. In fact, using anyone other than Cloud for this battle will probably make it very impossible. I did not block there. That's bad. Oh, I pressured him. That was unexpected. Oh, that's a move I want to see, I believe. So I could respond with a counter stand. Oh, there's lightning diffusion. Nice. That's a free win now, because all of his attacks are gonna most likely absorb. I think. Yep, 664 healing right there. Eric will still be damaged by that, but... I did say lightning was the most annoying element, and I'm glad I put lightning in there, because lightning is almost impossible to dodge. Fire can be dodged with some timing, but otherwise, yeah. This is the fear. Okay. Ancient Onset unfortunately still hurts me, but... Uh-oh. That's Akira. Uh-oh, and now he's actually gonna start doing some damage. Ugh, man, just counter stat spam. If it weren't for hard mode, it would be much easier. Yeah, this still hurts a lot, actually. With the double passes out. How about you use, look, I'm gonna go risky and use our raid and try and hope for the best. Focus strike. Got him into stagger again. There goes his shadow player. We can actually stop it if we're fast enough. Wind. Ooh. It's kind of a mixed one, to say the least. Ow. What am I doing? Counter stance. Hope for the best. Sometimes you just have to counter stance and hope for the best. Since Sephiroth is very fast, he will often attack straight into it anyway. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I'm not using the limit. I'm waiting until he gets down to pretty much the lowest possible amount first. Which is gonna make this final phase very long, but it is what it is. Oh, he's stunned again. And that's phase 3 down. Now's the part where you want to start going aggressive, right? Right, because if this thing hits 0, things are going to start happening. But he also stops attacking, so a lot of your spells start doing stuff. So if you're going to quit shop, if I can't help it. Cloud limit. Ow. Fire guy. Fundaga. Let's throw that at him and try and see what happens. And that just defeated him right there. Wow. No Heartless Angel, no nothing. Nice. That, and now we're done. Yes! We just earned the Platinum Trophy. Let's go. I'm gonna probably put this on my YouTube just so that people can see it more. It's gonna be a long 2-hour video, but I'll edit it down a little bit and I'll make as good of a clip as I can and then post it to my YouTube channel because this is really fun. There we go. My YouTube channel hasn't really seen much action in a while. It's gonna be kind of weird that I didn't post anything else without using our stuff, but I'll probably include a link to this walkthrough that I've been doing so far. Because keep in mind, this was started on day 1. I started this on day 1 when this first came out, and now I'm finally done. I'm a little bit behind most people, but yeah. Let's just watch the ending now. Oh, I forgot to turn Pink Yoshi back on during all this. No problem. I don't think we'll need it. I completely forgot that was off. Well, I think this scene's probably better anyway. Hey, whichever viewer came in, hello. Hello, buddy. You're a little late, but I did it. I did it. I finished... I finished hard mode, finally. Go ahead and watch this VOD when it comes out, because it's gonna be an amazing one. I started pretty good, too. Like, I think I went straight into a boss battle, and then another, and another. It was like straight into a boss rush, so... Definitely watch that, but definitely stick around as well. If you haven't seen the ending yet, because I'm gonna show it. Also, of course, I'm playing on Japanese because I like Japanese voice. That's just my preference. There's not many people that do this setup, especially on the English version. On the Japanese version, I would understand, but on the English version, almost everyone runs with English text, so this is a nice difference.
終末の7秒前だがまだ間に合う未来はお前次第だクラウド
After going through the game quite a bit, by the way, I think the Sephiroth battle in particular felt a little bit less harder than I thought. And also the fight before that was actually pretty easy. There was not much mana using, and I had a good way to save HP. And yeah, my Sephiroth fight was also kind of meh, but it was really good overall, I think. I didn't die during either of those fights, so that's gonna make for a good VOD. But yeah, in case you didn't, I already tell you, I just finished earning the Platinum Trophy. When I say hard mode, I mean hard mode. This was done on hard mode, so the Sephiroth fight took extra long, but it went okay. That end of the Hojo scream on Japanese, though, sounds absolutely crazy, and I like it. That matches his mood. Time for the Zack Fair portion. At least that's what I feel to say is Zack Fair, right? Yeah, that's correct.
Cloud, 見た。
If only those viewers would have shown up earlier. I'm not too worried. All I care about is I got the Platinum Trophy and I'm happy. When I make my full video, I'm probably not going to include my intro or outro like I normally do with this. I'm probably just going to leave the video as it is. It's going to kind of stand out a little bit, but I think it'll work.
ゃん。
待ってろな。
どっちへ行けばいいんだろう。
セフィロス、あいつがいる限り俺は。
でも倒しただろう。
追いかけよう。大丈夫。私も行く。
追跡ならば花が必要だろう。
俺も行くぜ。あいつは星を壊すつもりなんだろう。星の敵はアバランチの敵だ。
もう少しだクラウド、もう少しだ。
空嫌いだな。
I would be lost, drifting alone, floating up high, time after time, and there you'd be, shining brightly, your smiling face to guide my way. every smile, hiding something more. Dark mysteries lurking beneath. But I was consumed with this emptiness, this selfishness, this void to fill. Hear me once more. Show me your smile. This time for sure, I'll say the truth hidden inside your tears. But I know that you're long howling and
So, in case you didn't notice, there are actually a few differences by changing the language, at least that I noticed, even though the text remains in English. English does not have the text on top, while the Japanese does. That is essentially the Japanese voice translation for the sound that begins at the beginning of the credits. Yeah, that's their translation shown on the right. It's very popular for Japanese words to have that. Also, if you were to play on English, you would see all of the English voice actors and English staff that originally started. By picking a Japanese voice, you actually never see them at all. You never see who actually voice acted for the game in English, unless you actually run with the English voice. They actually changed to the Japanese voice actors instead, which I think is a really cool idea and cool little twist that you probably will have never seen. So as a result, there's like hardly any English people on this credit screen at all. It's literally almost all Japanese. Unfortunately, I don't believe we can actually see the full Japanese SOD as well. I believe in order to get the Japanese version of the SOD, I believe you simply have to run on a Japanese version, so unfortunately there's no way to change stuff as a result of that. But I'm perfectly fine with that. So I guess a review for anybody who's missed out. My Arsenal fight went terrible, and I had reset on Swordapede simply because of forgetting stuff, but yeah, that's what happens. It's better to take the reset early than to go in there and just straight up die right away and then have to reset later. But other than that, my fights actually went pretty well. Rufus was slow as heck because I didn't know what to do, but I eventually beat him down. the final two fights were probably some of the best ever. Like, I counter-statsed a lot in the first battle, and the Whisper fight was really easy and really fast as well. That was really nice. I used the limits at really good times. I took out Whisper Bahamut before he could even Mega Flare, which was nice. That was definitely a nice thing, taking that out right away, because we would have used Mega Flare to kill our entire party if we did that. So obviously that's like the most annoying opponent to take out right away. And I did actually have the two limits for that fight, so that was really nice. And then for the Sephiroth battle, it was slow, but I got a lot of counter stances and other stuff off, so the first phase was actually pretty nice. I got 2 limits off on him very early on, which made me go for the first phase and second phase pretty quickly. The third phase is where things slowed down. It's very annoying in that phase, but I eventually persevered. I did get a lot of counter stances against him, so I did take him out really well in my opinion. Part of the reason it was slow is because I wanted to save the limits for the final phase. Unfortunately, Tifa did not actually get a limit at the end, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? I had to throw it on Cloud because Cloud goes in way too early. I'd rather use the other stuff. So overall, Sephiroth fight went really okay, and then the last phase was probably my best last phase ever. Like, I came up with the idea to use limit and then just suddenly throw 2 Aga spells at him right then and there. Since he kind of just stands still, I mean, you can pretty much hit him with every spell from there on out. So I used 2 Aga spells, and then after that he instantly died. So that was actually a very fast final phase. Didn't even see Heartless Angel or AoE Shadowfare or other stuff. The countdown didn't even get to go off to its full phase, because a lot of people don't know the way Heartless Angel works is the Heartless Angel only goes off if you get below a certain threshold. So if you're fast, you won't actually ever see Heartless Angel at all, which is nice, because in my normal playthrough on the VOD, you didn't get to see it, but I got Heartless Angel, which is kind of unfortunate. Of course, you could probably just watch that on YouTube to see the actual thing go off, but personally I like that I got it off really nice. Overall, though, the thing feels really fine. Also, just a short note now for any YouTube viewers that may be watching this. My apologies for the long delay and for a lot of other stuff. I had plans to tackle other games, but I completely forgot to do so because I was just too worried about switching out my Switch or doing anything else, so I kind of completely forgot about that. And then this game came out and I decided to do that, so I've been doing this for the past few days. If you want the full video on my walkthrough, which will not be on YouTube, any YouTube users, then I will leave my Twitch VOD link in the description with the videos, so you can watch that from start to finish. And it's mostly okay, though it does have a little bit of flaws. For example, my first 2 videos are actually with the English voice acting. I changed that to Japanese after I realized that. I had plans to run with the Japanese voice from the beginning, but I didn't get a chance to until later. The rest is with the Japanese dub. And Chapter 18 is also completely missing in my original spot. Because, yeah. But that's okay. You could always watch a different ending if you want to see that, but definitely come and watch my ending. I think it's really iconic. Yeah. This was a good session too, because like it had all of the bosses as I thought I would have. Yeah. I'm probably gonna post this as one big video with no intro or which will take a little while, but hey, I prefer it that way. Again, I'm gonna leave my Twitch VOD linked in the description so that anybody can watch this, even if they're not from YouTube. Yeah. Come to think of it, for the finale, I'm glad I actually kept one of my pictures off, because that'll make the VOD a lot cleaner, but I will fix that as soon as I get to the next spot, in case I ever decide to do remote play again. Yeah. So, I guess another thing for the Twitch viewers, I had to take a huge break because after that final chapter finished, I got super confused and didn't really know what to do. So I kind of just panicked and stopped after that. That was a little unfortunate. Until I found PS4 Remote Play. That took quite a while to set up, but eventually I got that set up, and that's why this video is gonna look really amazing now, which I think is nice. But yeah. But other than that, there you go. For anyone who's watching YouTube, this is basically what I've been doing. Again, sorry for the long absence. I hope to be recording more walkthrough videos in the future. And yeah, this is what I've been doing. I've been earning the Platinum Trophy in Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is one of my childhood favorites, at least when it came out in the original. It was also one of Dad's childhood favorites, so of course we had to play it. And initially this started as sort of a race. I didn't really specify this, but I raced the Dad to see who could beat FF7 Remake first. He even got in there pretty quickly, and yeah, I think I ended up beating it on like day 5 or day 6 or something. I forget, because we all took breaks, but other than that, we kind of just went back and forth. Dad did beat the game, but he was kind of behind at the beginning, and then I kind of caught up. It was kind of a mix. I was the first one to start playing, but I probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, anyway, I won that race, so that was really cool. No offense. To be fair, it probably wasn't for that reason. We mostly did this because obviously we really loved Final Fantasy VII when it originally came out, and so when we saw this game was coming, we went straight or completing it, so I had to do this. Honestly, this game is definitely really good in its own unique way, and I like it. Some people might say it doesn't have the storyline that it does, but it actually stays pretty true to the original, with even added cutscenes to make things a little bit more interesting. Such as the final Flash, you know, which is a reference to the original game, where you have to use Omni Slash to kill Sephiroth at the end. There's kind of a little... that Flash occurs at the end after the final battle here. And it's also kind of sneaky as well that, to make up for it, they literally threw Sephiroth at the very end out of nowhere. You hardly even get a chance to fight him for the other stuff, with the exception of his minions and a couple of other things. And then, bam, he just shows up. Big surprise. Yeah. So far, I think the game is really amazing. It's definitely its own interesting thing. The combat, I think, more than anything else, is really good. And both the Japanese and English voice actors I heard are really good. I definitely love the Japanese voice actors. They're really good. But the English definitely also has as good voice actors as well. So it's kind of hard to pick and choose. I mostly picked this just to be unique, since everybody else probably picked English. And there we go. Alright, so for our YouTube fans and Twitch, in a minute, your confirmation will pop up showing you that I've indeed finished the game. There it is! Hardened Veteran, and then following it. There it is! We got it! Master of Fate, the Platinum Trophy. Finally, we finished the game. It's Platinum Trophy, and there we go. Finally, I did it. So, yeah, that's done now, and I'm gonna try and look forward to doing some new things in the future. For the YouTube video, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and definitely watch some of my other videos. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Okay, well that was pretty nice. I'm going to be ending my Twitch stream now. No raid because not really many players.